What's up, guys? It's I Got the Keys here, back with another video. So today I wanted to talk about the word atonement, right? We see it in the Bible, and we see it other places, right? So, but if you really split the word apart, it's at one meant, right? At one mind, right? So this is actually a way of saying when the heart or you're the loving awareness, right? That loving awareness that exists within you and all around you is one with the mind, right? When we can have the heart one with the mind, everything is easier, everything is in a flow state, and even when things go wrong, you're not even worried about them going wrong anymore because you know that everything is divine, everything is on a purpose, right? Everything that happens for you is for you, even if it seems like the worst thing ever. So the more we can be one with heart and mind, right? Become one because you're the soul awareness, right? Becoming one with the heart, the mind, and then you have the soul. Mind, body, soul, right? So these things all connected will bring the energy to manifest, to do, things that you might not be able to normally do, because you're in your creative energy, right? You're using your awareness and the love within you to create whatever picture is in your mind, right? So being at one with the God mind, the higher mind, bringing the things down from heaven, the head, and then you're manifesting them into the world, the earth, the heart. So you're taking them from spirit, turning them into matter, right? Everything exists as consciousness first. So, like I said, the more that we can stay at one with the self, at one with the mind, at one with the heart, you achieve this atonement, right? To be at one with the self, to understand that there is no separation between you and God, between you and others, between you and everything else, right? And you're also one with the multiverse, the universe. So all of these things are you, right? There is no other thing but you here. You don't need a middleman. You don't need me. You only need yourself, right? And I know there's a lot of gurus and guides and whatnot, which, that's great if they help you. I have no issue with that. What I do have an issue with is when people are, trying to be a middleman and saying that they're the only way to God, other than, some other way, shape, or form, right? Everybody, comes back to their awareness through their soul. So their soul is the one that's waking them up. No matter how it did it is not your business, right? Everybody's awakening is different in the way that it happens, right? It may be similar in like the steps or like the process of it, but everybody has their own unique experience, right? Nobody else has your energy. You are your own soul, right? So it's time to make these things one with you so that you can manifest your reality and make the life that you really desire to have, right? And to bring that from heaven into the earth, right? To bring the spirit into matter. The man I fest, right? The mind's eye that you have now created reality with, right? Using the mind's eye, the eye with an eye, because this first eye, the ego, right? The ego eye is not really who you are, right? But you're using the ego to manifest the higher I, right? The higher you, the one that you really are, right? So the more that we can stay in this, right, and we can be one with the self, this all becomes way simpler for you, for everyone, right? It's really not like yes, there's a lot that we don't understand, and nobody has all of the truth, right? We only have a piece. All of us have a piece of the truth, and all truths are half truths in a way, right? Like, to some people, it's Jesus dying on the cross, and that is their reality, right? That's what they've chosen as their path for this life. For me, I've chosen freedom. I've chosen to be God's sovereign free. I've chosen to be my own, right? I've chosen to follow the God within me and not some outside source. Um, and I've had to go through adversities too. I've had to go through things where, I would find these videos of people being like, "Oh, I went from New Age to Jesus," and blah blah blah, and I would keep watching them, and I would understand, like trying to understand these people, right? Um, and they would contradict themselves multiple times throughout the video, saying this is demonic and that's demonic and blah blah blah. Um, but they're not understanding that everything has a dual side to it, right? Just because something is used badly doesn't mean it's bad itself, right? So like for money, for example, you can use money for not so great things, right? Or you can use it for fantastic things. Um, but that doesn't guarantee that even what you did will come out fantastic, right? It could end up badly and you didn't even try to. So I mean, God doesn't see these things as bad or good. It just sees them as an observation. Like, okay, this happened. Um, I'm excited to see how we recreate that. You know, that's what your presence does. That's what the observer does. It just watches, right? And you're creating while God's observing, right? So you, the ego, obviously isn't actually you, but I'm just saying for the video, um, you, that body, the body that's watching, right? Um, Having that soul awareness, and then it's manifesting, right? The soul is manifesting for you through your ego, right? So the things that you're desiring and whatnot, don't let people tell you that that's not right or that you can't desire things. And I'm not saying in a neediness way, because like you do have to be able to detach from things to have them manifest, which is kind of like the hardest part. It's like detaching your outcomes from it, right? Like um, instead of expecting it to go a certain way, certain place, certain time, it's going to happen however the universe brings it to you, but you still manifested it, right? Because the universe has to do things and move things around for your manifestation to come in, right? Like say you wanted a new job, and there's really not anything that you've been interested in or whatever, but somehow this random job comes out of the blue and you're like, oh wow, this is like perfect. It's exactly the pay I want. Blah blah blah. It's in this place, but it's not where I was expecting it to be. It could even be like way more than you were expecting, right? You never know how God is going to surprise you, right? And you're not separate from God. I'm not trying to say it like that, but I mean, like, God is you. So there is no separation, and God is helping you the entire time. You're co-creating, right? So stay one with the self and stay one with the mind, and understand that the mind is not your enemy. The ego is not your enemy, right? You are your only enemy. And if you really think about that, that's the truth, because even everybody else around you is you. So let's say somebody got killed or whatever, they manifested that somehow. That soul chose to experience what it's like to be killed, murdered, right? Um, and I don't mean that in like I understand that can be triggering for some people because, people have loved ones that passed away and whatnot. Um, but you have to understand that the real them never passed, right? There is no passing. You are a soul, which means you move on. You are energy, right? Even beyond the soul. So that energy always transfers to something else. You are recreating yourself always. And you're in multiple places at one time. This is why the Illuminati has the all-seeing eye, right? Because all that I see is I. I am everywhere, right? Not Tyler, but I. Who is I, right? The mind's I, and then you connect that to the love in your heart, right? And those two together manifest. So I hope this helped you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.